is. I told me to get his attention. Oh, okay. Phone out. Set this one up. Plenty of lube. There she goes. There she goes. Oh God. Yeah. I don't wear a watch, and you actually make sure I'm not wearing anything on my arm except for the glove while I do this process to enable that they don't get any scratching, scarring. I don't lose anything. I'm pretty sure you can find it pretty well in here. Not that hard. But yeah, don't have anything in there. Enjoy your day. This is how my day's starting. This poor mare has already got her out to tease her. She seems to be coming into heat. Although, you know what I'm gonna do is, yeah, grab that turd. I'm sorry, Mary. Can that one? Okay. Kind of annoying because I can feel one last one that she's probably going to produce and pop out while I am trying to ultrasound. Over. Good girl. Okay. See if she has yet. No. Although I really need that gone. So up here. Right there. I did find this mare last time. The mare that's ahead of her, I cannot seem to be finding one of her ovaries, which is pissing me off. But we will try again, as I have been, over and over and over again. I think what I'm gonna end up doing also is grabbing a sterile glove and going in the other entrance. Exit. It's not an entrance, it's an exit, to be honest. Yeah. hers were sort of blurry last time. See if I can find. I think it's gonna be right there. There's one. That's an easy follicle. Ellie on Monday, follicles on her right ovary. Looking very, very measurable. There. We'll start with this one side. Okay, I'm not a huge fan of these gloves so far. Go out. The reason I'm not a huge fan of these is that thus far I have popped a lot of them, which is weird because I never popped the others. So after this measure, Ellie right follicle 2.85. On that, right. Okay. I'll put that glove right back on. Go through so fucking many of these things. This would be a Clydesdale. Unfreeze that. We're going to find the follicles on this side. We are going to, I promise. There's got to be ovary somewhere. That's a blood vessel. It's always kind of frustrating because they look very similar, however they are nothing alike. There's nothing else. How weird that I was able to easily find that side. Where is it though? I'm scanning something I'm not really feeling. Right down in that same region. Kind of just rotating my wrist like a doorknob. Just supposed to put it down in this region. Ooh, ooh. There we go. Found it. Okay. Ellie on her left ovary, borderline just as much of attention as her right. Let's see if I can get a measurable of that. Thanks for pushing back. That helps. Hey, the shifting doesn't. I'm trying to get... You guys would be surprised how much pound of pressure it takes in order to get the ultrasound to read. I don't believe this is the side she's going to have a follicle drop on by any means, so... Okay, Ellie is done. Woohoo! Got there. Okay, it is a part that is, it is a part of breeding the horses, and that's the part that I'm trying to show off to everybody on what it takes in order to do this. So, all right. So, I don't believe, oops, there's measure. Set. Her sizes on this are not nearly as high. This is her left ovary. She doesn't have anything really to write home about on this side. So she's definitely going to ovulate from her right side. I will give you that. The smell on what I consider like pre supposed to be their poop absolutely reeks. It does not smell great. Let's get her stall on that. Okay, no, so she hasn't gotten there yet. Actually, what I really need to do is end up checking her cervix. We haven't even gotten to the point of breeding. What we are doing now is I am trying to see if and where she's at with dropping a follicle. So you scan for their ovary. On their ovary, there will be a follicle or an egg that is growing. And that egg, for us drafts, are going to get up to like 55. Or 4, 5. And she does have one that's sort of growing. It's not very big. I don't believe I've done a 2.8. I think I've always done like halfway 2.5. So it is growing. They're growing extremely, extremely slow. That's typical for this time of the year, I believe. And it's why she's showing a lot of signs of estrus, but isn't getting there when it comes to being completely infant. So she was kind of like willing to talk and flirt with the stud. And I got him to let down today and got him a little used to his jumping act again. However, she's not ready by any means. And Tilly doesn't seem to be ready either. So, guess I got a little buy-in time on that. We will see where I get with that. So, I'm gonna put Elliot back in here. I'm waiting to have somebody show up and sand the pastures. I don't know what the fuck is taking him so long, but the horses can't go out in the pastures until that has happened because they can't walk on ice very well, like at all. I think we've all probably heard the expression deer on ice. They're about as useful on ice too. Not handy, very sloppy, very deadly. When I was younger, had lost a childhood horse to ice before I could afford to keep them locked inside. I mean, I didn't have anywhere to keep them inside, so it didn't even matter if I could have afforded it. So I don't turn horses out on ice. And that is seemingly currently what we are going through, is just a fuck ton of ice. What's up, guys? Yeah, Scotty, it is insanely icy. It really fucking sucks because I can't turn out the horses. I guess I have two out there who I think are my most intelligent animals, so they are out, but not. If I had an even better barn set up, nobody would be out right now. It's just Roxanne, who lives at the end. I don't know if you've ever watched enough to see that there's a stall at the end of the barn that is held by a gate. And the gate to the outside, so like she kind of has to move somewhere. It was truly treacherous, slash if I hadn't seen her get around plenty of times, I would pull her ahead. But she's kind of a little most independent, this Roxanne is. She tends to take care of herself pretty well. That I have faith in her, but I don't love it. I don't love it. Had a very interesting morning. Basically really starting the breeding, so this morning was getting Striker out, getting him to drop down, and washing his poo. Oh, sorry, I didn't even notice. There, see you fucking later. There. So he got washed, and the mares are getting checked out. That's where I'm fucking at, and literally fucking at. I'll leave you guys for 2 seconds, point at the mares. I'm gonna need to go in and grab some sterile equipment and go in the other exit and see where we're at there. Well, I would have to clean. We'll see where they're at growing wise first. I do breed horses. I do not breed donkeys. I do not breed mules. I do like mules. I do like donkeys. Well, I don't really know about donkeys. I do like mules. I think they're extremely cool. A little sick buck game, but I would love to know how those were invented. I wonder if whoever did that knew what they were doing or assumed that it wouldn't happen. I'd like to assume that somebody didn't think that that would happen. Actually, kind of a fun little conversation that absolutely no one should care about. But I probably gonna start making a bunch of really short, stupid videos. You guys can just kind of get to know me. While also, like, not all about my OnlyFans, not all about horse breeding, but did you guys know that all male mammals have nipples, except for horses, which means mules do, and donkeys do, but horses don't. Set up my little chuck chair so I could watch while I see where they're at. That's adorable. Good luck. I hope it goes that smooth. I doubt it will because breeding is a little bit harder than that. So, yeah. I don't know. Stupid little fact. Why do I know it? Not sure. This son's of guns. You're not very well balanced tonight, so you're going inside. Ironically, her teammate is very well balanced and nice. And so isn't that one's daughter, so they're out and about, but barely. Okay, it's a full wheelbarrow. We're gonna fist and find out. F and F, fist and find out on Tilly. And once I figure where she's at, she did just pee, thank God. Wish she'd take a shit though, that'd be helpful. So they're kind of flirting. Kind of not sure. I think she's probably in a very similar predicament to Ellie. Get over. Good girl. Okay. Katrina, I'm not going to go over all of the logistics of donkeys versus mules, but let's just say you should probably get a vet involved on whether or not that is. I know. Guys, look. No fucking pole. You can see exactly where it was, too. That's the funniest part. Perfect. Send me the snow, would ya? This looks like shit. Not only does it look like shit, but I can't do shit in it because let's unfreeze that. I can't do anything in it because there's no traction. This coat invests. The sweatshirt invest. The sweatshirt's pulled up. Are fucked. They're nasty already. How often do I do this? Every other day. Although, oh good, she did ship recently. They grow about 3 to 5 centimeters, a day. If they were seemingly like at 4s, I would probably be doing it every day. So this is actually why I ended up going to school for this. I'm figuring out how to do it myself because my vet, if you can believe it, kind of got sick of showing up to have to do this all the time. And it's not a small little job. It is and it isn't. I can help out with a lot of it. And she's like, basically, you are capable of doing this yourself. Make my life easier and stop calling me out for basic ultrasounding. She's like, if you figured out everything else, you can figure this out too. So, that being said, this mare is super critical that I end up getting her pregnant. So with her, I'm pretty sure this Thursday or Friday, I'm planning on having my vet out. Can you step over? Good girl. Step over. Step over. Her ovaries are like down here, I swear. I am planning on having her out and we'll figure it out together on that day. Let's go one more step. It's not very helpful. Move over, Tilly. Good girl. Good girl. She's a sweet, sweet horse. She's just stupid. So, anyhow, ultrasound up. I have not been successful at finding her left ovary. So, this should be fun for the 80th time. Still gonna try. It's like down over here. I swear. Oh. Maybe? The fuck is that? Right there. There it is. Right? Yeah, till. What the fuck is it doing up there? Gotta get this part on camera. Man, there's nothing harder than when you need a fifth hand. Okay. Tilly, on her left ovary, tucked awkwardly up, like almost by her spine. Stop, Tilly. Stop sealing your butthole. Probably just popped my glove, didn't you? Now, the real reason this mare is very difficult, besides she's kind of just a miserable bitch, is that she grew a lot of cysts last year. This is an ultrasound machine. We're ultrasounding the mare to try to find out where she's at with her stage of heat cycle. I just wondering if this is it. Stop. You're okay. Man, we got a lot going on. Easy, easy. Yeah, see? I'm pretty sure I just don't like that follicle being touched. Stop. When you do that stuff, it makes my life very difficult. One, because my hand's stuck up your ass. There. Okay. Literally the second I seem to find it. Okay, let's go to the other side. This mare just exhausts me. Oh my God. Stop. Scan of uterus, Tilly. Ooh. I'm gonna give myself and my arm a little bit of a fucking break. A message. So this is Tilly. Tilly Turd. She gets that name for a couple different reasons, and that would include that since being here, I've probably put more money in her and gotten less out of her than any other horse on the farm. Honestly, ever. So, you pugs. Okay, so she's a boatload of fun. A boatload of fun. Aren't you? The hell are you talking about? So I'm not going up her hoo-ha right now. I'm actually reaching up her boop-boop. The reason I'm up her ass is because you check rectally to see where their ovaries are, so that way you end up being down them. This mare, I want to love her, but she doesn't really make anything in life easy at all, and it bugs the crap out of me. So I fist the shit out of her. Not really. I do want to love this mare more than I can, though, because she really doesn't do a lot of things right. And I would feel bad, or I'd feel worse about saying something like that if it wasn't for the fact I have a barn full of mares who are very polite and very easy to work with. This is far from my first, my only, or anything along those lines. She's just, what she definitely is the most difficult, the most cost, the most awful. I'm working, stop! She's just a brat. Yeah. She could kick me. If she kicked me, I would honestly be done with her. That's for sure. My other girls are not nearly as fucking annoying as her. My other girls tend, like, the two in here especially, are two that I've had the longest, and they are absolute fucking dreams. The other problem I have with this mare is I am 5'4". It's often a question I am asked. Tilly's right ovary. Tilly's right ovary. Fuck. Didn't get that on recording. Nor did I freeze it. That is definitely fucking growing. Stop. I have to find that again in order to get an image of it. You bitch. I don't even think you, like, you make my life difficult on a matter that doesn't even include shit that you mean to. Like, she is not always vindictive. There's nothing vindictive about hiding your fucking ovaries. I mean, how the fuck do you even do that? Where the fuck is that little bastard? Where did you just put it? Good girl. Stop. There it is. There it is. Hang on. Hang on. Yep. Tilly's right ovary. Right there. Is definitely the one growing. You little slippery bastard. Okay. Motherfucker. You take me flying via my hand up your ass, I'm gonna kill you. She is so much fun. Okay. Tilly's right ovary, 2.77. Perfect. I actually succeeded at what I would like. Thank God. I actually found both of them. I wish this was a pregnancy test, but also that would make it so I would be having babies in like almost November. Thank you guys. What that was really not as exciting as may seem to some. I need to find some fucking towels. Paper towels, something I can throw away. You did it. We did it, baby. Good job. She's miserable, and she doesn't even mean to be. It's not her. It's just not her to be very helpful. Milo ran off with speaking of a dog, or speaking of someone who's not very helpful and doesn't even fucking mean to be. Milo is the same boat. Ran off with my towels at one point. Good girl. Thankfully, my dad goes to Hope a lot, which is a used store, and gets this. Gets a lot of used towels. Sincerely wish that there was a way that I could have measured both sides, but I did end up getting. What's sad? I don't know what's sad. This mare's sad. What is he doing to her? I was ultrasounding her rectally. So maybe that's what people didn't like. I have no idea. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I'm here for anybody who does want to learn the actualities of what I'm doing, which is that you rectally check out a mare in order to see where she is at in her reproductive cycle. And she is definitely growing. It is taking a long time to get there. So I know that some people are going to try to be rude about how much Tilly and I do not get along. A reflection of the owner. This horse is not really mine. It is mine, as in my name's on the paperwork, and I own her. This is not an animal I connect with on any sort. She is not very hardworking. She is not very fit, not very well built. However, if you guys want to see, no, it won't be your first foal, right, baby? You've had one before, thank God. If you want to see what I am like, this one. This mare and I have been together for a long time. Not long enough. Never will be long enough. This mare and I get along a lot. She is hardworking. She is sweet with kids. She is intelligent and useful. You are not spooky. You are not stupid. You are a brilliant, brilliant mare. She might not be, like me. We have flaws structurally. You were born to be in the halter, and I want to go in the hitch world. However, this is her baby. That's her baby. This thing's not very baby-like anymore. I'm a lot like this thing. This thing is really awesome. She is also extremely hardworking. She's extremely bitchy. She's strong-minded. She is a total champ. Again, maybe not in the arena, but she is to me. I did go to a clinic, half self-taught, half went to a clinic. I guess a third, and my vet's also still involved. This boy and I get along a lot. This is Striker. He is a wicked, wicked smart boy. He's sweet. He's sensible. He takes his time because he knows to respect. If you like look at, I have a video of him coming running at me, and when he stops, because he's smart, because I don't take a horse that would run me over. This one is that. This guy is awesome. So Striker, Bailey, Vivian, all awesome. Tilly's not awesome. She's working on it. But these two, I don't really connect with them. I don't really connect with them the same way I don't really connect with Tilly. However, I do respect them as who they are and what they are, and they are very good at what they do, which is, well, they're a little spooky. Can't really work that out of them. Haven't seemed to be able to get that to make sense to them, but whatever. Otherwise than that, they are also hardworking. They have a lot of really great attributes. They're sweet. They are very sweet. They just, if a mouse runs by, they're going to jump. So, So no, you can be a reflection of your horse. I think you can be a reflection of your talents. And if you saw where that horse started off when I got her, you would be like, oh, that's not that bad. Yeah, Tilly does almost have that like Roman head. It's not my favorite, but I'm glad you like it. I know it's some people's. Yeah. Ellie here. I like want to have a connection with her. She doesn't really want to have a connection with me. She has good attributes of being, I don't know. She's not a piece of shit. I don't know why I was going to say, you don't have great attributes, do you? You're fine. You just think that you're pretty and you don't really have to do fuck all otherwise, right? Ellie and I, they are all Clydesdales. Ellie and I get along. She rides. She kind of has discovered she just has to do like what I at least ask and move on from there. Fin, you've got a great personality, and this is Tilly's daughter. Tilly's daughter is sweetheart. I haven't really actually worked with her per se. I do know she has actually. I haven't obviously trained her because she's way too little. However, I do happen to know she's actually going to have her shitbox attitude too. When you like go to set her up and make her stand square, she's like, you correct it, and you can start hearing her grind her teeth. She literally throws a hissy fit. Then Joey, he's also got some character twerks that could be fixed a little bit. His problems are that he like tends to be very nippy, pushy. Is a very dominant horse to humans. But it's all right. A lot of them begin to crib. It's very annoying. I don't know. We actually toss out Christmas trees for him. The grinding of the teeth is actually her throwing a hissy fit. It's not her cribbing. She's pissed and she grinds her teeth. It's disgusting. It's like nails on a fucking chalkboard. I can't. Oh, it makes me just. But she doesn't do it just like resting. She does it when she does that. I'm assuming if you don't understand why I have horses, then I don't have horses. I have a 6-horse hitch team and 9 horses, which means you don't get to trade out very many. One of them's not even trained to, 2 of them weren't even trained to drive last year. So how do you have a 6-horse hitch if you don't have at least 6 horses? Yeah. So I don't think there's any real way of showing these skid marks in the snow and on the ice. Yeah, you can feel bad for them being locked up. But in all honesty, these two, I'm almost risking their lives being out here. Horses suck on ice. They absolutely suck. Can you guys see these skid marks? That is from trying to lead them around, just moving them around. And it's dangerous outside right now, so I can't have them locked up. I do not rent them. Sounds like I have 2 traits. Hardworking and stubborn. I think those would be 2 of my crazy. A lot of energy, too. Oh, yeah. I mean, I would love to have long green grass. It's January. There's no long green grass. No, I hate horses. That's why I own 11 of them. Yeah, falling. It's not pretty, Scott. It is so dangerous to be out there right now. I actually broke my crawlers already. Yikes. Really need to get a new pair. I'm gonna log off, make my weekly video, and I will talk to you guys later.